I really shouldn't be recording a video right now, but I told myself that I wanted to record something else before I left today. So I'm going to keep that promise to myself and record something. I need to leave for a flight in less than 2 hours. Still have nothing packed for it. But again, it's either gonna happen or it's not gonna happen. So here we are, we're making it happen. And I think if something matters enough to you, that you will find the time to get it done. We so frequently tell ourselves that we don't have enough time to do whatever it may be that we keep saying we're gonna do someday. Someday we'll get our ass in the gym. Someday we'll start that business. Someday we'll start that YouTube channel. I just don't have the time right now. If you don't have the time right now, you probably never will, especially if you're somebody around my age, a younger person, where all you really have to worry about is yourself. It's not gonna get a whole lot easier than it is right now for us. You don't have kids. The most you might have is a girlfriend. But even so, how much time does that really take? Not your whole day, I can tell you that much. We all got 24 hours here, and some people make it happen, some people don't. You just need to stop making excuses for yourself and make something happen if you actually want it to happen. That's another part of it. Make sure that you're doing it because you want it, not because you think you should want it, or somebody else wants it for you, or because you were told that this is how things are supposed to be done, this is what you should want. For a lot of people, that's their parents. A lot of immigrant families, you know, the typical become a doctor, a dentist. And hey, if you want that too, all the power to you. But I know there's a lot of people out there that end up doing something for somebody else, and now they're kind of stuck in it. They've already sunken in who knows how many, I don't even know how many years you go to school for that kind of stuff. Typically, I think it's more than 10 years though. And you kind of fall into the sunk cost fallacy where I've already spent all this time and all of this money pursuing this goal. I guess I should keep pursuing it now. But you should really just take some time and think about whether or not that really is something that you want. And if it is, or if it isn't, whatever it is that you do actually want to do, make the time for it. Nobody else is going to make it for you. Nobody else is going to give you permission, tell you that tell you that it's time, that you should, you know, take that leap. Well, I guess I'm kind of telling you to do that. But at the end of the day, it's just you. You have to take that leap at the end of the day. You have to put in the hours, you have to take the chance. Might not work out, but I kind of refuse to believe that if you stick at something long enough, that it won't eventually work out. I don't see how that's possible. Because at least for me personally, everything that I have put an honest effort into has eventually worked out for me. The whole PPF film thing, vinyl thing that I'm doing right now, I'm completely self-taught, and I'm currently, not to brag or sound too egotistical, but I do believe I'm one of the best paint protection film installers that there is out there. Vinyl, I'm good, but I'm not as good because I do a lot of PPF now, not so much vinyl. And the same is true for rebuilding an engine, let's say, on my 350Z. That, you might notice, is not here for this video. I don't have it with me right now. Hence the new scenery. I still wanted something a little bit cinematic, I suppose. But that car, I rebuilt the engine. I finished it not even a year ago now. I finished it 9 months ago. But I jumped into that having zero prior experience with building engines. Absolutely no idea what I was doing the entire time. I ripped the thing apart. I found a machine shop that had the tools to, prep the block and do things that I simply couldn't do because I didn't have the machinery to. But everything outside of the machining work, I learned how to do myself. And that car now runs and drives perfectly fine. There were quite a few, little hiccups I had to work out, and those would kind of trickling along the way. Had to do a lot of diagnosis, but the car is running and driving perfectly fine right now. And that is just something that I decided one day, I want to do this. I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to figure this out. I see YouTube as no different. It's just going to take a lot of time and a lot of repetition. And that's why I'm here right now. Again, I got a flight to catch in less than 2 hours, but I'm still here. I'm still putting in the time, putting in the repetitions. And I always feel better after making these videos too. I was probably sitting on these train tracks for a solid half an hour, if not longer, until I finally got to this recording right now. I've deleted at least a dozen other ones because I couldn't get in the groove. I kept stumbling over my words. But I knew if I left here without recording something that I was going to be happy with, I wouldn't be happy with myself. And I wouldn't have kept the promise that I made to myself that I'm gonna just make one more thing before I go over to Europe. So this will be the final video that I make before I get over to Europe. And making videos over there is going to be yet another challenge to overcome because, as you may have noticed, I've kind of picked more secluded spots to film these videos in. I'm not super comfortable yet filming around other people, but that's something I'm gonna have to get over in Venice and Croatia and Slovakia and Greece. That's where I'm going. So I'm gonna make another video on this at some point, but if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing and you're not trying hard enough. So just keep going, and I will finally see you in the next video where we'll be in Venice. Until then.